I'm in a situation right now where I know that I have been showing up better than I've ever been. I know that. And yet, for some reason, I don't want to say it's not good enough, but for some reason, it just didn't work. And, you know, most people will come up to me and say, well, you know, there's something better in store for you. And yes, I really believe that. But, you know, I couldn't help like feel sorry for myself a little bit on the way into work today, thinking about this particular situation. And I thought to myself, you know, Michael Jackson, all he wanted to do was do good, help the children that were sick and underprivileged, and yet, you know, Tom Sneddon and whoever was behind Tom Sneddon just really, really was out to get him unfairly and unjustly. I can't even, I just have a small glimpse of what he must have been thinking and what he must have been feeling at that time. Over the weekend, you know, I was watching some Death Hoax videos and I was reading a little bit about this and a little bit about that. And I do go back and forth. I met up with somebody for lunch that I hadn't seen in maybe 8 years. And, you know, we started talking about this possibility. You know, like one of the things I thought was ridiculous that happened in this whole thing after Michael Jackson died was I kept thinking, how could his brain go missing? Well, she said she actually worked at a hospital where they did autopsies and they remove the organs. They remove the organs. And yes, they do remove the brain, because I kept thinking, and I said to her, wouldn't only brain tissue be necessary? And she said, no, they remove the brain to get the tissue. Anyhow, so I started doubting myself. And then somebody in a different Death Hoax video brought up the death certificate. I researched death certificates, and this is what I found, and they specifically said in Los Angeles. The death certificate was frequently used to hoax deaths. But then, you know, I took it further, and then I see this in the Social Security Index thing, and it says confirmed Michael Joseph Jackson is dead. And now my head, you know, kind of went and pushed even further. Now I'm thinking, stay with me on this one. What if Michael Jackson really did die, but because he is so replicable, with the white face and the wig, and there's so many people that could imitate him, that what if after he died, whether it was the estate or the family or whoever, what if they've been doing this death hoax community thing so that maybe they're grooming somebody to come back as Michael Jackson that's not really Michael Jackson, going back to the whole Paul McCartney is dead thing. And there were people that truly believed that Paul McCartney really died, and they groomed somebody to replace him, and the Paul McCartney that we know now is not really the Paul McCartney that started out with the Beatles. So anyhow, I started thinking like that. And what if Michael Jackson is really dead, but they groom an impersonator to come back as Michael Jackson?